I'm a man, a cisgender man who is a homosexual. Nothing more, nothing less.
Me and you could never be. Why can't you see all the things you've done to me? Made it harder for me to love and trust someone. So baby, please.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay Michael. Welcome back to my channel. So if you couldn't tell from today's title, your boy is doing a cute little get ready with me. This is the finished product. So if you want to, see how I got to this beautiful mug right here, and you're ready to hear about the topics that I have to talk to y'all about, because y'all know I'm always want to rant, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let's get into this video. Alright, y'all, so let's get into this get ready with me. My face is very ashy right now because I just washed my face. I did not do anything. I don't have anything on my lips. Like, baby, we're dry over here, okay? There's nothing on the face yet. I do have a few things that I want to touch bases on. I have like 4 topics that I want to talk about. Y'all know your boy can talk. 4 topics don't seem like a lot, but the way I can rip and rant and just keep on going, yeah. I was reading a comment the other day and somebody was like, oh, he's a ranter. I like that. I was like, you get me. First and foremost, we need to do skincare before we get into doing a mug. Y'all know me, my skin has been breaking out, well, not really breaking out, more so razor bumps. I'll do like a whole video on that because my razor bumps have went down tremendously. Like, my skin is pretty much almost back to how it used to be. I just gotta, get it more even now because, baby, them razor bumps did a number on me. But that's another topic for another day. I'm going to go in with my Holy Grail. This is like a basic that I use 24/7. This is the CeraVe. It's not CeraVe, y'all. It's CeraVe. The CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion for normal to dry skin. Do about a pump or 2 of that. I have my mirror right here. Actually, this is a new setup for me. I usually don't do get ready with me's in my room, but this is so much more aesthetic than me doing it in my bathroom. Like, I'm not quite sure what made me want to do get ready with me's in my bathroom, as if I can't just have a setup in my room. Enough of that rambling. Let's go ahead and talk about what I got to talk about, y'all. Because lately, these brands have really been playing on my top, and I'm not here for it. I was actually watching a video a few hours ago because I cut my hair, and usually when I cut my hair, I like to put on a nice long video to keep me entertained. I'm sorry, before I get into what I'm about to talk about, I just want to say it is such a flex to cut your own hair and have it come out bomb like you went to a barbershop. Like, come on now. You know how good it feels when somebody be like, ooh, cut your hair, and I be like, I did. I was cutting my hair and I had put on this one video, and the girl was just talking, and the topic of brands not wanting to treat black creators equal to white creators. When she said that, I totally stopped what I was doing and I listened to what she was saying, because I feel like, of course, as a black creator, I go through this a lot, and I'm actually going through it right now, which is why I say these brands need to stop playing on my top. If you're a brand and you are watching this right now, I just want to say, and I'm not trying to be rude or sound entitled or anything of that nature, but if you don't have, how can I put this without sounding like a snob? If you do not have the proper budget, don't bother sending me an email. I'm sorry. I don't understand how you're a $1 million company, but you're not willing to pay my rate. You're not willing to pay my worth. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. A brand reached out to me about, this brand actually reached out to me about 2 months ago, but I was going through some things, so I really wasn't on top of my stuff. So January comes around, I'm checking my emails. I'm like, oh shoot, I've saw them before. This wasn't the first time I ever saw them or anything like that. I'm about to go in with some sunscreen. The unseen sunscreen, my Holy Grail, y'all. This wasn't my first time seeing them, and they reached out to me, hey, we really love your content. I can always tell how genuine a brand is based off how they greet me. I've had a brand who reached out to me and they solely worked with like bridal showers and like people were getting married. It was like a bride dress website, like an accessories, and long story short, it had nothing to do with me. And they had reached out to me, and I was like, you obviously don't watch my stuff, because what makes you think that I want to promote a bridesmaid dress? I don't wear dresses, so why even reach out to me? This wasn't the case with the brand. They was, hey, Jay Michael, we love your content. We've been watching you for a minute now, yada, yada, yada. We love to work with you. I was like, of course, I apologize for my delayed response, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know how that go. I responded or whatever. I was like, okay, well, how do we go about this and everything like that? Because my first thing is, I need to know the terms and conditions. I need to know what exactly you want me to do. Let me know if this is paid or not, because I'm at the point where I don't really do stuff for free anymore. I feel like my content kind of shows that. Like, I'm not one of those creators. We're gonna get into that whole free thing when it comes to being a black creator. I usually always send my rates off back. I'll put y'all up on game because I know I have some subscribers who are content creators themselves. If you do not have a media kit, make a media kit like ASAP. Right after you're done watching this, don't do it while you're watching the video, child. Do it after you watch the video. Make a media kit. A media kit is literally what every brand is going to want or need to know about you. Something that's really good to just send off back. A media kit usually includes your amount of followers, of course, like a recent picture of you, your engagement, all that stuff. It really gets into the nitty gritty. You usually update it every few months. I actually just updated mine after like 2 years. Stuff has changed significantly. That's just a little tidbit. If you are out there, you're a content creator, definitely invest in making a media kit. You can buy a template off of Etsy for like $3. I'm about to go in with the Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 470. You know, I sent my rates or whatever. They go, oh, well, we're willing to pay you $100. $100 is way below my budget, first of all. Not even my budget. $100 is way below my rate. Let's just start right there. $100 is what I used to charge people when I first started YouTube. I've been on YouTube for almost 6 years now. They wanted to pay me $100 for 2 videos. They wanted all the rights to any and all videos that I post. If you're not somebody who's up on game about rights, I'm gonna break it down for you. So when you're working with a brand and they want to, you know, have all rights to whatever video that you are doing for them, that pretty much means that after you sign whatever you make for that brand, that is theirs. It's not yours anymore. You pretty much signed off on giving away your content to them. So they're paying me $100, but that means that because I gave them the rights to my video, I'm making them more money. I don't get no commission. I don't get anything. I just get $100 and a slap on the wrist, and that's just that. Does that make sense to y'all? It doesn't make sense. You want rights to both of the videos. Okay. Cool. Once I saw that and I was like, you know what, first of all, the brand was already, I don't want to say they were unprofessional, but they weren't the best to communicate with. They were overseas, and I find out a lot of the overseas companies that reach out to you, the communication isn't always the best, but this company just seemed it just wasn't sitting right with me. We were going back and forth for a good week or two. It got to a point where I was like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with y'all anymore. I'm gonna have to just totally decline this offer. Thank you for reaching out, but at this point, y'all not willing to pay me what I'm asking for. I've even negotiated it with y'all, and y'all are still not willing to budge. I'm not going to give away all of the rights to a video and you are only paying me $100. This is business talking. Like, if I give you all the rights to a video and you are making all the money off of it, I get nothing. That's stupid. That's a dumb move. And it's sad that brands think that coming to black creators, smaller black creators at that, because I feel like that's what most brands target, is smaller black creators, because they feel like, oh, they're smaller, they're hungry, they feel like, oh, a brand is reaching out to me. Oh, I don't even care about the amount of money. No, baby, I care about the amount of money. I've been doing this for a long time. 12,000 followers on here or not, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm still considered a small creator, but I have some common sense in doing this. I have created somewhat of a business mindset. This right here would be a bad business move on my end. So what do I look like accepting $100 from a brand who is a $1 million company? That makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Y'all know I only do Fenty brows, so I'm about to go in with this Fenty Beauty pencil in the shade Granite. No, soft black. My bad. Before that, I'm actually gonna put on some brow gel. I've been using brow gel a lot lately, especially when I'm not wearing anything on my face. I just throw on some brow gel because I find that they really they keep the eyebrows in place. Now, my eyebrows are 2 different shapes. I'm not sure if y'all can tell, but this one is significantly, well, not significantly thicker, but this one is thicker than this one. Y'all know sometimes you can get a little happy with the razor. Yeah, so I've trained this one to perfection. Now I have to kind of retrain this one. So once I was like, you know what, I don't really want to work with y'all. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the offer. But you know, you guys aren't really willing to, you know, pay me my worth. I even lowered my prices just a little bit just for your sanity, and you still decided that that's not what, come on now. Once I said that and I sent them the email, they emailed me back real fast. It was like, oh, okay, I talked it over with whoever they talked it over with. And they agreed that this price is okay. So I was like, okay, cool. But going forward, I'm going to need to create an invoice because I need proof that you said that you were going to pay me my money and that I'm going to get my money. Here's the invoice or whatever, yada, yada, yada. How am I getting paid? Like, I need to know these things. They were like, oh, that stuff's not important. We're going to pay. That will look bad on our part. Just saying all this other stuff. And I'm like, now y'all got to twist it because it's very important how I get paid. It's very important when I'm going to get paid. If it's going to be paid in halves. Like, this is stuff that needs to be established right here, right now, before I sign whatever I sign. Because if I sign something and I don't get my money, it's going to be a problem. So eventually, I was just like, you know what? I don't think y'all are the right people I want to work with. And I totally declined the offer as a whole. Because I'm like, what y'all are not going to do is sit here and play on my top and play with my time. Y'all wasted about 2.5 weeks playing on my top because you did not want to pay me what I'm worth. And even when it did come to paying me what I was worth, and when it came to, you know, okay, getting the agreement down pat, you still was acting crazy. You know, another brand even reached out to me and they were trying to pay me $50. $50. And guess what? They wanted all the rights to that video too. What do I look like accepting anything for $50? I don't want to sound like a snob again, but honey, that's pocket change. $50 is not even gonna fill up my gas tank all the way. I don't like the fact that brands feel like they can try to, you know, kind of get over on us black folks and us black creators. And it's a really, really big, prevalent thing in the community. And I did not realize it until it kind of started happening to me. And then I started doing a little bit of research on it. It's something that happens a lot. And it's something that a lot of black creators talk about, but I feel like it gets swept under the rug, of course, because it's a black people problem. And let's be real, society as a whole really doesn't care about us black folks. Don't bite my head off, but I'm just speaking facts. It's obvious in America's history. America don't care about us black folks. I think it's really interesting how brands think that they can, oh my god, am I getting this dirty? I just think it's really interesting how brands, not really interesting, more so sad, at the fact that brands really think that they can get over on us black folks. There was a TikToker and she was pretty much explaining that whole, you know, social media, PR, brand deal, collab thing. And she was pretty much saying, you know, if you notice, a lot of, you know, these creators who are getting these really, really nice PR packages and all this other stuff aren't black. They aren't people of color. And she was pretty much saying the reason for that was because the people who are running, well, I know I'm gonna have to conceal the mess out of this eyebrow. She was pretty much saying, you know, the reason of that is because, you know, the people who are running these businesses, the people who are running these social media pages are of white descent. And it makes sense. I don't really think that, you know, they want to see us win. So when it comes to, you know, wanting to pay us what we're actually worth, they don't want to do that. When it comes to acknowledging us on, you know, their social media profiles, they don't want to do that. And it makes sense because there aren't any of us working in those establishments. There aren't any of us who's running, you know, the social media pages or any of that stuff. Oh my god, I'm going to have to, oh, wow. You know what? Give me a little second. I'm gonna do this one off camera and then we're gonna come back. Cause I know I can do this one. This one's just a little out of shape. So let me do this one on camera real quick. Then I'm coming back to y'all. It's a little thick right now, but when we conceal, we gonna get it together. Like I was saying, I don't know, I find it really weird at the fact that these brands think that they can reach out to us black folks and we're just gonna do a hop, jump, and a skip to accept whatever they're giving us, and they're not really even trying to pay us what we're worth. YouTube is work. Like, it takes hard work and dedication to keep up a consistent YouTube channel. Y'all just see the videos, y'all see the finished product, but y'all don't know that I spend hours upon hours upon hours editing videos. I spend hours upon hours upon hours figuring out what angle looks right and what doesn't look right. Y'all don't understand that a weekly vlog consists of anywhere between 8 to 10 hours worth of footage. A regular sit-down video, 2 to 3 hours worth of footage that I have to sit down and edit and figure out what looks right, what doesn't. Figuring out what your editing style is, what your trademark is. That is a lot of work. So for a brand to come to you and feel like, oh, we're gonna pay you $50, we're gonna pay you $100, do I look like an idiot to you? If you wanna be honest, when you're a YouTuber and like when you're building followers and you got a following on Instagram and these other social media platforms, you are a brand now. Essentially, JayyeMichael is a brand. You know, The Air is a brand. Beyonce is a brand. Aaliyah's face is a brand. When you're trying to establish a name for yourself and you now have a following on social media or in whatever you're doing, you are now a brand. And you're gonna treat yourself as such. And it just is what it is. So no, I'm not gonna sit here and accept $100 for a brand who's making millions upon millions upon millions. No, I'm not gonna sit here and accept $50 from somebody. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, $50 isn't even gonna fill up my gas tank all the way. So why would I sit here and accept $50 from you? Absolutely not. That's a slap in the face. And like I said, if you're a brand and you're watching this video, I mean, it is what it is. Don't come in my emails on that foolishness. And I really feel like this is something that creators need to sit, like, y'all know me. I'm somebody who doesn't care. I'm gonna say whatever I want regardless. And if you got something to say about it, well, I guess we're just gonna be arguing. Or you're just gonna be added to the blacklist. Shoot, whatever side I wake up on that day. I just really feel like a lot of, you know, us black creators on social media should really start talking more about this and make this more of a prevalent topic. And I really feel like, you know, it's something that us black folks need to really address on, especially YouTube. And one thing about me, I'm a firm believer in all money isn't good money. If you want to sit here and, you know, take whatever somebody is offering, so be it. But you also have to realize that is a reflection of yourself. No, I'm not going to sit here and accept something that is significantly less than what I'm paying, because I start thinking, okay, when the next brand comes around, they're going to think that, okay, I can lowball them. Now, if it is a brand that you're really wanting to work with and they offer you something, you know, they're not really willing to pay your rates off back, sometimes you got to take one for the team, because that just helps you establish a firm relationship with the brand. But again, don't lowball yourself. Also, just trust your gut. Like Summer Walker said, baby, I'm over it. And I'm still over it. But on a more serious note, I do want to talk about the pressure of feeling like I have to, not even feeling like, the pressure of having to be successful, y'all. I don't want to say it's hitting me, but it's really starting to like, I don't even want to say it's starting to take a toll on me. I'm just really starting to feel it. I've done a lot of, I'm not gonna sit here and say a lot. I've done enough interviews, and they ask me that question all the time. If, you know, being the son of a living legend who have sold millions and millions across the world, there has to be some pressure. And at the time, you know, I'm like, no, it's no pressure. You know, I can hold my own. Like, you know, it's nothing. But you know, when I sit back and really think about it, honey, there is pressure, and you were very much in denial. I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting the fact that there is pressure. I feel like this is something that's really common when it comes to being a celebrity kid. I've had a lot of talks with my peers about this very topic right here, about just feeling like you have to live up to what your parents did. I have a lot of people who are really wishing on my downfall, and I also have a lot of people who are like, okay, we're waiting, what you gonna do? Like, they're just waiting for the music, they're waiting for what I have to offer. That's a really scary thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's nothing that I know that I can't handle. I should have used my Tarte Shape Tape. Oh well, too late, not wiping it off. It's nothing that I know that I can't, you know, handle, but the pressure is always going to pressure. And it just is what it is. I feel like I stress myself out a lot because of that. Being a celebrity kid is fun, it has its perks and everything like that, but it can also be detrimental to the mind. You look at it in a few different ways. From, you know, the different hate comments that you get online, to just really feeling the pressure, especially depending on, you know, what field your parent is in and what kind of records they broke and how much momentum they had in their careers. In my case, my mom has had a very successful career, and she's still working till this day. She has longevity. She has a lot of people, different age ranges, from babies all the way up to somebody who's in a wheelchair, who knows and loves her song. You're coming from that and trying to establish something on your own. That's all you really want. What's so stressful and so pressurous, I don't know if that's a word, but what's so pressurous and stressful about that is the fact that you don't want to be a failure. That is my biggest fear in life, okay? I talk to my therapist about this all the time. My biggest fear in life, one of my biggest fears, is being a failure. You have that little voice in your head who keeps telling you, you know, but what about this? What about this? What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? When you have that voice in your head who is constantly talking like that, it can get hard at times, but you also have to remember, you know, you can do this. And I have to always remind myself that, like, you can do this. You have been through so much these past few years that what you're about to go through is about to be a breeze. I feel like everything I went through these past few years is about to prep me for everything I'm about to endure in 2023. And not even 2023, just for the rest of my life. It's a nerve-wracking thing and it's a scary thing because it's like, you know, if I don't make it, I'm now a joke. What's even more, you know, pressures about this whole thing is the fact when people are like, this is no shade to nobody, I'm just repeating, you know, what people have said. People are like, you know, they say, you know, I am one of the few celebrity kids who actually have talent. That in itself is a little, where's my spoolie? Like I said, that is a really nerve-wracking thing. And I feel like a lot of people don't think about that when it comes to being a celebrity kid. Like, okay, you know, when you're younger and everything like that, you in school is cool and all, but when life starts to life, you really have to sit down and think, okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make something shake? Because if I don't make something shake and I become somebody who is, you know, just leeching off of their parents' fame or they failed at whatever they did, I'm now a joke to society and social media as a whole. And that is, like I said, that is a really, really scary thing, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I think about my future a lot. I'm trying to start focusing more on living in the now. I think I'm messed up, not really messed up, but I think that I wasn't able to really enjoy certain experiences in my life because I was more so worried about my future and how whatever I was gonna do at that time was gonna affect my future, or, you know, it was always my future, my future, my future. I'm just always stressed about my future. I'm always somebody who doesn't believe that everything is meant for social media, but when it comes to things like this, I like to open up with y'all because I feel like it's something that y'all can relate to, because a lot of y'all who are watching me getting ahead of somebody who is trying to emerge in the industry and somebody who has really grown up in the industry considering who they're related to or who their parents are. No, this light did not just die. I really think there needs to be some type of like podcast or something that really gets in the head of a celebrity kid. I feel like, you know, a lot of people think that everything is always good and, you know, everything is always, you know, rainbows and sunshine, but it's not. Being related to a celebrity or not, life still happens. Life still lives, regardless of who you're connected to, regardless of what God has blessed you with. Life is still going to life regardless of what statue your parents are. I actually think that, yes, what's the day? Friday. I want to say that, what's the name? Al Sharpton's daughter, the little preacher man. I'm pretty sure that his daughters came up with something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Because I was watching Fox Soul. I am somebody who loves to watch Fox Soul. And then with Funky and Al and everybody. You know, I love me some Fox Soul. I'm pretty sure that Al Sharpton's daughters have something like that. If they do, hello. Hey girls, hey. I mean, I'm here. Y'all need to have me on y'all show because I'd love to have a little chit chat with y'all, a little kiki, okay? Yeah, it is a lot of pressure and I'm starting to feel it. You know, I wasn't really feeling it when I first started, but now I'm starting to feel it. Every Wilson was just killing Never Be. He was doing the daggone thing.
Oh, yeah. Good. For me, oh, honestly, it's sad because I really wanted you so bad.
Y'all take it up.
Whoa!
It shocks me sometimes at who is watching, because honestly, you never know who's watching. And my mom has always instilled that in me. Whatever you're doing, like when you're out in public, watch your surroundings on social media, just make sure you're always doing right, because you never know who's watching. And that's true. You never ever know who's watching. Oh, I hate my eyebrows. Ooh. I feel like it's the mirror I'm doing them in, because I'm not used to doing them at this angle, honestly. I don't know, it's just it's a good feeling, honestly. You know, when like somebody who's at a certain statue kind of not giving you your flowers, but kind of letting you know like what you're doing right now, it's good. Like, keep going. That's a push for me, to have somebody who's already up in the industry to really tell you, you know, you doing the daggone thing. I see you. Go ahead. That's crazy. And I already have people who have their eyes on me. It's really mind-boggling. It's stressful, not gonna lie. But you know, it's something that I know I'm gonna have to deal with. God got his hands on me. And you know, whatever he has planned for me as far as, you know, my musical career, so be it. But, you know, I'm trying to sell at the marinas, them stadiums, child. Next topic, I wanted to talk about... I want to talk about pretty privilege, okay? Pretty privilege is pretty much when somebody gets grace for certain things based on their looks. I actually was not going to talk about this at all. Again, I was watching the same girl I was watching earlier. Pretty privilege came up. It was a topic. She's pretty much saying how there's like two sides of pretty privilege. I just concealed my eyebrows with Tarte Ultra Creamy Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade 575 Rich Sand. There's the one side where, you know, everything's on peaches and cream and, you know, everything works in people's favors. And then there's also a side where people, you know, experience negative effects from pretty privilege. In my case, I've only experienced good experiences. I didn't really realize that I had pretty privilege until like maybe last year. Honestly, I didn't really start getting cute or whatever until maybe about 2-3 years ago, if you want me to be completely honest. Let me not say I've always been cute, because I have not. I have not. So we're not gonna go there. But you know, once I hit like, I'd say like, not even middle school. Once I hit like 8th grade at middle school, I started getting cute or whatever. I started growing into my looks. And within the past like 2-3 years, I really started growing into my looks. So I'm about to go on with this Fenty Beauty powder. This is the Pro Filter powder in the shade 470. I didn't really notice that I started, you know, benefiting from pretty privilege until there was this one time that I was sent some clothes solely because a guy thought that I was really cute. He thought that I was beautiful. And, you know, I accepted the offer. And there are so many instances that I had that I'm just not gonna go into. I didn't realize how often, you know, pretty privilege is really prevalent. I've always heard people talk about it. I've always heard, you know, the debacle, the debate over whether or not, you know, pretty privilege is really a thing and who really benefits over it and who doesn't, yada, yada, yada. I can attest and say that it is definitely real. And it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I have not used pretty privilege before, because I have. I don't want to sound vain or anything like that. I feel like everybody should, you know, think that they're good looking, but I think that I'm a pretty good looking guy. And I am a guy. For those of you who, let me just say this real quick. I am a guy. I have meat in between my legs. I want to keep the meat in between my legs, okay? I am so sick of people thinking that I am trying to transition or that I am trying to be a transgender woman. There's nothing wrong with transgender women. I am just not trying to be trans. Let's just get that straight. I am just a feminine guy who likes feminine things. I still am a man at the end of the day. So please, y'all, I beg of you, stop saying I want to be transgender. Stop applying that I'm transgender. Stop trying to push that onto me, because that is just not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to be. I'm a man, a cisgender man who is a homosexual. Nothing more, nothing less. There's a lot of things that also comes with being good looking. You know, pretty privilege is one of them, but there's also, you know, the other side of pretty privilege. There's a downside of, you know, being pretty or being good looking, and it's the fact that, you know, people on social media or people in general will try to humble you, which is really something that I've noticed a lot. I'll never forget on Twitter, you know, they have these trains where somebody was like, you know, they have these trains where people are like, drop a picture if you know, you pretty, you handsome, whatever. So I decided to drop a picture or whatever, and somebody was like, they said drop a picture if you was handsome, LOL. I'm like, well, what you trying to say? That's what I want to know. Like, what you trying to say? There are so many instances on TikTok where, you know, there is a beautiful black girl, and people can't say she's ugly because, you know, people on TikTok, first of all, people on TikTok love to try to humble people. I don't know what society's problem is nowadays with trying to humble people, but I really wanted to stop. Not only is it unnecessary, but I think it's a little rude, if you want me to be completely honest. It's a little rude in my opinion. You trying to humble somebody for what? It doesn't make sense to me. Just let whoever be whatever they want to be at that point in time and call it a day. Society would be so much better off if everybody just mind their business. Especially on Twitter too. People have really been obsessed with trying to humble people. There was a TikTok video. The girl was talking about something. They couldn't call her ugly because she was far from ugly. So they started talking about her hair, her real hair, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, why are y'all so obsessed with trying to humble people? If somebody thinks they are just the finest thing on the earth, so be it. Who are you to sit here and try to humble somebody? Is it because you aren't the best looking? Because I'm just really sitting here trying to figure out what exactly is like the reason for somebody to really sit here and try to humble somebody. Me personally, I don't care. If somebody is boasting and, you know, being very high and mighty about themselves, I mean, so be it. I honestly could care less. If they want to think highly of themselves, let them think highly of themselves. Who am I to sit here and try to change that? Try to tear them down and not feel good about themselves? Who am I to do that? Who am I to try to humble somebody? But my favorite part of my little mug routine has come up. Y'all know. Y'all was talking about me last time because y'all was saying how, oh, I was using too much. Y'all, if you use a whole bunch, that is the best because it makes your skin just look so good. I'm not a one and done type of guy. I am a squirt. That ain't sound right. I'm not somebody who's just gonna spray it one time and call it a day, okay? I'm going to go in, I'm going to go ham. Woo! It just feels so refreshing. Now what I do need is a little fan. A little fan I can just whoo. Alright y'all, so the mug is now dry. The mug is dry, so I'm about to, you know, kind of get into my last and final steps of my little mug routine. Y'all, I hate my eyebrows. I literally hate my eyebrows, but it's okay. The last and final topic I want to talk about is kind of like my YouTube channel in the direction that I kind of want to take. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've kind of started to go like the more cinematic route when it comes to, you know, my content and how I like to show certain things. I feel like my Sunday reset video really showed my cinematic side. I love those aesthetically pleasing videos. Those videos where it really feels like you are with whoever you're watching, like you're literally like going step by step with them with whatever they're doing. With that video, I really wanted to make it seem to where, you know, you can put the video on in the back while you're doing your Sunday reset routine. I can't remember the channel's name. Oh god, I can't remember the girl's name. I had saw one of her videos popped up on my For You page, on my homepage on YouTube. I'm just curling my eyelashes. I came across her video and I was like, oh my god. Her content is contenting. Like the quality of her content, I'm always somebody who believes in quality over quantity. I don't care how many subscribers you have. You can have 1 subscriber, 2 subscriber, 8, 7, 17, 24. You can have 1,000, 1,000,000 subscribers. I always believe in having quality content over how many people are watching the content. So I'm gonna use this Dior mascara. This was in one of my stockings for Christmas and I have been obsessed with it. I need to go to Ulta and actually buy the bigger bottle of this and keep this one in my bag. I just love the way it makes my eyelashes look. This is the Dior Show mascara. I'm obsessed with it. I'm not sure if this is waterproof. I don't know if it's waterproof. I used to like to wear waterproof mascara because you never know what is going to go down. You might just be crying and you won't know it. I just really want to start making my content and really thinking about it. You know, I feel like there was a point in time where I was kind of just doing whatever. I was just putting out content to put out content. I wasn't really planning my stuff out. I wasn't really taking into account, okay, what do my subscribers, what do my viewers, what do my followers like? And that's a big part in this YouTube thing. You have to learn your subscribers and know what they like and what they don't like. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and being on your P's and Q's means that you have to study your peoples. Once I really sat down and, you know, was like, what do my subscribers like? What do they want? What is it that they want? I've always loved to vlog. How can I make, you know, my content new and refreshed? Because I feel like at a point in time, I was kind of stagnant. My subscribers weren't growing. My views were so-so. And I wasn't really feeling it like I once was. You know, my mom was always that person who was like, you need to post more on YouTube. Yada, yada, yada. I was not consistent. I don't know what got into me, but I was like, you know what? I got to start making something shake. So I went back to the drawing board, y'all. People aren't engaging with my content. I'm bored with my content, considering the fact that I'm the person who films and edits everything. If you're bored with filming and you're bored with editing, I mean, it's not gonna come out right. Your content is not going to come across to the public as, you know, great quality content. Because I mean, as a YouTube watcher myself, I know when somebody's not being genuine. I know when somebody's only doing YouTube for the money and they're not really in it because their heart is in it. You know, I feel like it got to that point because at one point I really didn't really care about YouTube. I was just uploading to upload. I was putting out whatever I wanted to put out, and that was that. But once I really started sitting down and kind of honing in on my craft, I figured out my niche. This is the Jamaican Mango and Lime Black Wax with Moringa Seed Oil, Manuka Honey. This is originally for locks, but I use a sponge with my hair. I just like the way it makes my hair look. So that's why I use this product. I just want to say thank y'all to everybody who has been subscribing to me lately. I've gained over like 300 subscribers in the past 2 weeks. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all are the bomb diggity. Shout out to, you know, my OG subscribers. I'm talking about the ones who was here when my hair was all the way up here. I had me a little girlfriend and I was going by pay with J's. Like, my OGs, y'all know, y'all been here for a minute. There's some videos that ain't even up no more, but y'all seen them, okay? I have some videos that I had to take down due to some copyright stuff. Couldn't monetize my channel at the time because I had a whole bunch of copyright notices. I feel like I don't really thank y'all enough, and I really want to start, because even though I'm nowhere near where I want to be, like I am nowhere when I want to be career-wise, where I am now is where I wanted to be so bad about 2 years ago. And this is why I said I need to really start living in the moment, because I'm constantly thinking about where I want to be, but I'm not sitting here and thinking about where I'm at now, and I wanted to be in the position that I'm in right now for so long. I don't give myself enough credit, and two, I just don't live in the moment. I don't know. I just feel like I need to start doing that. I need to just sometimes just take a break. Not even a break, but really just sit back and just thank the utmost high, because there was times where I seriously wanted to give up. You know, but I'm like, absolutely not. I didn't come this far to give up. To help combat with the razor bumps on the back of my neck, I usually wipe it down with some alcohol after I'm done not washing my hair. After I'm done cutting my hair, and then I'll go in with some Jamaican black castor oil and just rub it on the back of my hair. And this really helps keep it moisturized and helps fight off those razor bumps. We're approaching the end of this Get Ready With Me. I need to hurry up because my battery is actually starting to flash. So for my lip gloss, I'm of course going to put on my Fenty Beauty, honey, okay? I love L-O-V-E. I love me some Fenty Beauty. This tube isn't as full as I would like it to be, but nonetheless, this is still a really good lip gloss. And I love this lip gloss because I bought it in Vegas and it just reminds me of Vegas. I'm actually about to go ahead and put on my clothes. Give me a little quick second. I'm gonna come back to y'all. I'm gonna close the video. Alright y'all, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. I had to come back with another one because y'all loved my last one. I got a lot of really good feedback, and when y'all give me really good feedback, that means y'all really like a type of video. So I had to come back with another Get Ready With Me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my socials, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. All that jazz is at JayyeMichael. Y'all already know the deal. Say it with me. If you see me anywhere else, 9 times out of 10 is what? Not me. So don't be fooled. Until the next video, peace.